Hello, my friends. It's Robert Miner with Dynamic Traders Group with our short video for our YouTube subscribers and our Twitter followers, where we take a look at a market that is coming into a potential high probability trade setup. And I think we got a really great one for you this coming week. I haven't done a video for a couple weeks, so if you're interested in the gold market, take a look at the video from a couple weeks ago, because nothing has changed. And in fact, everything seems to be coming to pass just as described 2 weeks ago. Now, if you're looking for someone to forecast the future for you, you're in the wrong place. Don't waste your time. These videos are for people who want to learn how to trade, identify trade opportunities, and to manage trades. This is for the real traders, not for the forecasters or the pretend economists or whatever. So I'm going to describe the position of a market and describe to you what the market could do, in this case the dollar and the euro, to trigger that reversal and to trigger a strategy to enter that trade. And of course, we update all of these markets 3 times a week in our DT report. So if you like what you hear here, check us out at dynamictraders.com. Okay, let's get started. Take a deep dive into the dollar index. Well, this is the dollar index weekly data. Let's start from the top and work our way down. We have some significant weekly time factors from the week ending August 18th, that was just the prior week, to this past week, the week ending August 25th. So the week ending August 25th is the highest probability week to complete a weekly high, at least a weekly closing high. We may get a bit higher high next week, but if we close the week below this next week, we close the week before the close of this past week, that'll confirm that a weekly high is complete. What does a weekly high mean? It means that generally, at least, once a weekly high is confirmed, the trend would be sideways to down from 3 to 4 weeks or more. So that's pretty significant. We always want to look for weekly reversals and weekly trends. They're great ones to trade. And when we have the weekly chart in a position to make a reversal, then we go to the lower time frame daily chart to confirm when a reversal is made. So weekly time factors as of the end of this prior week, the week ending August 25th. The weekly momentums are due a look back overbought. They're in the similar position of where they were at the last weekly highs that were made in March and in June. So we really want to be on the alert that the dollar index is in a position to complete a weekly high. And because the trend of the dollar affects so many other markets, it's a good one to take a look at, and particularly when everything's coming together as it is now. Let's take a look at the dollar daily data. This is the daily data, and just from the March high, a couple things. Notice that this is 26 trading days down, 33 up, 34 down. As of this past Friday, it's 28 up. Now, these aren't exact reversal cycles, but kind of in the high 20s to the low 30s each time the market, the dollar reaches that, is it tends to have a reversal that lasts several weeks. So we certainly want to be on alert the 28th trading day from this last low, given usually by the 34th, which is another 5 or 6 days from now, a reversal is made. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to continue to the 34th, but we want to be on alert that a fairly significant high is probably going to be made the next few days. So these are daily time factors, and they're pointing to from the end of this last week, or the middle of this last week, into the middle of this coming week. Again, the daily time factors are overlapping with the weekly time factors to complete a daily high within the period for a weekly high, and that's what we want. That's a dual time frame setup to reverse the higher time frame, which in this case is the weekly. So right at last Friday's high, the 100% alternate price projection of this advance from the February low into the March high. So that's a significant price relationship we want to be aware of. And the daily momentums have been overbought for several days, actually for a couple of weeks. So when they get hung up in the overbought zone, the first thing we look for is a bear reversal in the daily momentum. And then when that's made, then we look for what's called a reversal confirmation signal that signals that indeed that high is complete. Now, we had a bear reversal in the daily momentum about a week and a half ago, but there was no follow through to the downside. There was no confirmation. So on Friday, we had a bear reversal from the overbought zone. So see this thick red line, that's August 22nd close. If the dollar were to close below the August 22nd close, which is 103.47.3, that confirms that a weekly high is complete. Now, if you want a little closer in signal, that would just be a close below Thursday's close, but it really wouldn't be confirmed until we get this lower close. But for those of us who are comfortable picking tops and bottoms, when the price is there and the time is there and the higher time frame momentum is there, then a close below just Thursday's close, that would be the setup, the initial confirmation of a top, and when I would then formulate a specific go short or bear ETF type of plan on the dollar. So that's where the dollar's at right now. Now, if the dollar's going to make a weekly reversal, what does that mean for other markets? Well, again, you might want to go back 2 weeks ago to the video on gold, because if the dollar is making a weekly high, more than likely gold's making a weekly low. And there's nothing really to add to the video 2 weeks ago because everything's coming to pass as described in the video. So if you're interested in gold, go check that video out. So if the dollar is making a weekly high, what's the position of the euro? Well, it's probably just the opposite because the euro trades inversely to the dollar index. Here's the euro weekly data, and we have all these weekly time factors. They extend actually to the week ending September 8th. That's 2 weeks from now. But the key ones were the weeks ending August 25th and the weeks ending September 1st, and that's next week. So the euro's in just the inverse position as the dollar. It's looking like a great setup this coming week on the long side for the euro for a trend that would probably last at least 4 to 5 weeks, if not longer. And that's the kind of setups we look for to trade. Well, that's it for today, my friends. If you like what you learned and you heard today, is click the like button and subscribe so you get notified whenever we put a new video up. Also, go to dynamictraders.com, and you can also sign up for our Traders News. It's no cost. We don't need a charge card, just your email, so we can notify you when we put a new alert up there, which we do a little more often than we do with these YouTube videos. And hopefully you join us with our DT reports. And if you really want to learn how to trade, check out our Dynamic Trading Master Course. Okay, that's it for today. Everybody take care, stay healthy, have some fun. I'll be back with you in a week or two. Robert Miner, over and out for now.